to Petty Nation. Welcome to Petty Nation, episode 2. Clap it up for yourself.
Welcome back.
This is number 2.
Episode 2.
So we got co-host today, artist, Leo the Kind.
Yes.
And my co-host Tashi, of course.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're excited. Guys, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty low-key, you know. I did get stopped up in Dorchester. I don't know if it's the Dorchester Day Parade or what's happening, but all the streets were blocked off. It took me like a whole extra 40 minutes just to even go pick up my brother. Like
Today or yesterday?
Today.
There was something happened yesterday.
What was happening? Oh, yesterday was Zouave.
What the heck is that?
Zouave. I don't know if I'm saying it right or if I'm saying it wrong, but it's basically like a big soca party in a yard.
Oh, okay.
That's
yes.
cool.
When did they start doing this?
I don't know. Is
it new?
This is the second time I'm hearing of it, so
This
is at least the second time. I don't really know about
second
it.
Year?
I don't know. This is the second time I'm hearing about it, so it could be 5, 10, 20. I don't know.
I've never seen it. What part of Dorchester?
Talbot Ave, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So
Hood.
Hood.
Yeah, you know, can't bring that to Salisbury. Can you imagine?
I mean, they could.
You could, but everybody be confused and they would be like, you know, Amy and then be like, there's something going on.
Maybe not soca, maybe a different genre.
It'd be soak.
You know what?
Whatever that is.
You know what?
Well, how was your weekend?
My weekend was cool. All I did was work on music. I didn't do anything special. Nothing crazy.
Did you have anybody over at the house?
Yeah,
or?
Rizzo.
Oh, okay. Family members? No, but you didn't have any people in the studio or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No. I had this weekend off.
Oh,
That's
cool. Well, guys.
How was your weekend?
Man. So, I had a situation.
A situation.
A situation that happened. Yes. I shouldn't say yes. Well,
say yesterday.
Over the weekend.
Well, you know, like you ever sent the wrong text to the wrong person?
I've definitely sent the wrong text to the wrong person,
yep.
or the person that you were talking about in the text, you know?
Yeah, so here's the situation, right? Mind you, let's prerequisite this. I was at a day party before I was supposed to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just chilling, like nothing,
just
you know,
out.
It was at night. So like hours was in between that, hours.
Yep.
And I was just chilling at my friend's house. So, you know, I'm feeling good. Like, you know, being outside all day, you get a little tired, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I had I don't know how to explain this because then I don't want the people to know that, you know.
You don't have to say what you texted. I don't even know if that's the word, texted. You don't have to say what you sent in the text message. You can just give us the.
So I was at a company. Mm-hmm. That company that owned all of these, say, little companies.
Yep.
Not without a business, but they stopped having a branch.
Okay. So there was a merger.
There was a merger.
Okay.
It was not a merger. So like somebody else, another big company took it over.
Okay.
So
acquisition. That's the word.
Acquisition. That's the word of the day. Acquisition. Write that down.
Yes, acquisition.
Ooh, that's a good word.
So one company acquired another company.
Ooh, look at. Listen, you went to business school.
I didn't. I should have.
You went to DCC. Dorchester Community.
You know what? Y'all gonna stop talking about my Dorchester Community College. Okay.
Listen. All right. So there was already like sometimes when you merge a company and people, mm-hmm. It can get a little weird.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we had a big meeting and saying, you know, we had our section that was the original crew, right. And then with the other
OGs
crew,
OGs and you got the new ones.
Now, yeah, the OGs and the new little G's, coming together and said we're gonna work together. Cool, you know. So everybody, you know, I don't care what company, who you work for. When you have a position and you've been doing things a certain way, and somebody else comes over, regardless if you're cool with
change.
it, nobody likes change.
No, not at all.
You're gonna feel some type of way about it,
right?
Mm-hmm. So, we're like cool, whatever, you know. And our new boss, I don't know. I think I'm gonna snitch on myself.
You won't get fired. That's what happened.
Our new boss said, this person's coming to work. You know, they're new, like, you know, give them show them the ropes. And the thing that we do, I'm going to give all this away. I'm going to get in trouble.
I mean, at this point, you might as well say names.
No.
You can't like, walk up. You're like trying to tiptoe around and you're still like stepping on.
Okay, forget it. This is Petty Nation. I'm going to say what it is. So we do this event and we have a routine. We have it down. This person is like, it says come here at this time. I'm like, listen, we have a routine. You come here at this time. We're gonna do this.
So the new person is coming in trying to
just
tell
ask
the old people what y'all.
Well, I feel like they're a little nervous.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, this is what, because they used to do certain things.
Right, the right way.
I'm like, okay, bro, we've been doing this for this long, for some reason it wasn't like functioning or getting through. Like, I'm like, okay, we got this.
Right.
So the other person, my coworker, is usually a little late, which is cool because like it takes us like 10 minutes to get to the place that we're supposed to get to. Mm-hmm. So the person's like, yo, I think they're like looking at us to try to check us out. Like they're like a spy. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Like somebody sent to watch y'all.
And I was like, now
immediely survival mode.
I'm like, is this word analytical? Like you just start like looking or thinking about things. And I get like paranoid.
Yeah, paranoid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, whatever. I didn't think about it. Now I'm paranoid. Like, yo, he's asking mad questions. When I told him 30 times, don't worry about it. We've been doing this for 4 years. Mm-hmm. Like, we got this.
Yep.
So I'm like paranoid. I'm like, yo, after a while talking to her, I text, Hale, I think he's a spy. Like, kind of joking, joking, like, yo, I think he's a spy. Or like, I feel like sometimes they have somebody check on you to make sure that you're doing
right.
it.
Yeah.
Because the person, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But like, so I felt like, maybe they're like checking on us or something. So he goes, I text, yo, I think he's definitely a spy, like joking, like obviously not a spy. Like, it's not like a Russian spy or something like that.
He could have been,
Sorry, Dimitri. He's a producer. He's Russian. So so I'm like, obviously like a little joking, but still like, he's probably checking on us.
Right.
So I texted to him and, I'm just like going over getting stuff to go to the event or whatever. And he goes, the new guy comes up. I'm still waiting for my old coworker to come because he's usually late. So I'm just like, the guy comes up. He was waiting for us, and he comes up and he goes like, "Yeah, really?" I'm just like,
"Oh,
yeah, really? What? Like,
yeah, really?"
He was like, "Dude," I was like,
really
"Dude," I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what's up?" He goes, "So do you like?" It wasn't like really like he didn't say like out. Mind you, I just want to say again, I've been out all day.
He was exhausted.
I was tired,
day.
it was a long day,
It was
and it was
hot,
real late night. It was hot. It was hot.
Heat
so like
exhaustion. Probably played a big deal in this.
Yeah, so like this is early in the day. Now I'm going straight to work because it was quite a drive to get to work. So I'm just a little tired. Didn't realize that I sent that spy text to him, and not my coworker. So now it's like, all right, James. What are you gonna do?
You done messed up.
Yeah.
You got a target on your back.
Off?
You can't. You got a target on your back now. Because now what's gonna happen is he's gonna go to all the newbies. Like, this is what these old people are doing. All the OGs, this is what they doing to us. This is what they've been doing. He probably was a spy, and you messed it up.
But he was just asking too many questions because it's a simple job.
Right.
Because what I do is like, it's an event. We do the same thing. It's 3 things. All you gotta do is take a picture, set up, and that's it, and take it down. Like, it's really simple.
Yeah. And
there's a certain time you got to be there. I said, listen, it takes us 10 minutes to be there. It doesn't take that long. You don't need to be at this hour. Are you sure? I'm like, okay. Like, am I speaking English? Do I need to speak Spanish? Cape Verdean?
He's being very
Creole?
careful.
Like, I get it. Be careful. But if I'm telling you,
right,
we got this. And I understand. I'll say, now, this is the only event that we're kind of like, we have a routine because it's only been us doing.
Right.
So, only this event. I know you haven't worked with us before, but for this one, for every other event, yes, follow the time because, but like, we've been the only 2 doing it.
Yep.
So I sent the text. He goes, so he's like indirectly like, dude, like, so like, spy. I was like, so he's behind me and I'm walking away, like, in my mind, I'm like, damn. How do I come up with an excuse? So I was like, yeah, I was trying to get him to come, like, he jokingly said, oh, he works for that company. He's probably trying to, joking. He goes, oh yeah, because it didn't, from that point on, it just became awkward.
Yeah.
And he just randomly, like, we'll be having a conversation, like, about
now
like,
he doesn't
setting
want
up.
to ask you another question.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, but he just mentioned, like, I'm not a spy. Like, I'm just like, so that happened for 2 hours.
Oh man.
So that was my weekend. So now I feel bad, but I don't feel bad about saying it because it is what it is.
Right.
That's how I am. But it's like, I don't want him to think I'm like troublemaking or like, what I mean?
Right.
At this point, you just have to kind of, not pick on other people, but kind of make it just seem like that's what you do. Like, yeah, he's a spy, she's a florist.
That's what I did. I kind of blamed it on the other dude.
Like, you just
I put it on the other dude. I said, I was trying to get him motivated to get here to say hurry up because he's usually like a little late. So I think he's a spy. Like try to laugh it off like, not a spy, but
That's a pretty good excuse.
Yeah, but
he came right.
He didn't buy it
because that's funny.
Yeah, I mean he thugged it out. I can respect
I mean,
that.
but what would you do if somebody sent you the text that
But
they
see-
meant for somebody else, but it's about you? Like, how do you? There's nothing. What do you do about that? Like, you just and you got to work with that person. You got to see that person. You got to look at that person.
Now
every
it's gonna
single
be
day?
awkward every time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel bad for that because I don't want to. I don't like making anybody feel awkward. But you know what? I'm gonna stand in that I said. I'm not gonna tell the
Stand
whole
your
truth,
ground.
but I'm gonna say I'm gonna stand in that I said it, and I meant to send this to somebody else. He was like, did you mean to send to that person? I was like, yeah, definitely, because I try to play it off in the moment because I'm an actor, so and I can think on my feet, so it was like natural flow. Like, oh yeah, I meant to send it to him, like because he said earlier, because you work at that company, jokingly, like, oh, is he watching this? So I tried to play it off, but then he didn't. I don't think he bought it.
No.
He wasn't buying what I was selling.
He was not.
So
No.
Not impressed.
So I don't care. I'm gonna stick to it. Even if you see
Yeah.
this, I'm gonna stick to it. But like, no, I didn't say that.
It's fine.
Hey.
But I
mean,
said what I
sometimes
said,
Things slip and you don't mean them to slip, and it's
and I never slipped though. I'm a thug.
Happens
Oh, well.
to the best of us.
But anyway, let's get back into you.
yeah.
So
Let's
he's
go to
Leo, the
our
artist.
Special guest.
So like, what I like to do, again, is invite artists on that I think are interesting,
Yep.
different. Also, like and you don't suck. So like, if I think you suck, then you're not going to be on the show. Period. Now, also, I'll have like other people on in the future, like who have been in the industry as well for years, and hopefully we have them on. It's been a struggle. Tashi knows.
Just a little bit.
It was
But we're
scheduling with
working
other
on
people,
it, you know.
but hopefully
When
get some
you're
good
dealing
people.
with celebrities,
So like you can look on
yeah.
and see like this person has been in the music industry, whatever.
Yeah.
So I like to make that a cohesive place. Like it's just artists you may not know, and artists that you should be looking out for, and people you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is why I invited you on, because I wanted to know. I looked at your stuff and it was very interesting.
Cool.
So tell people who you are. And he says he's an artist. I thought he was a singer. He was singing, so I was singing.
Yeah.
But he's on his Prince thing, like I am an artist. You're gonna have a symbol on your face.
No.
No symbols. No
No
symbols.
face tattoos. I don't know, man. For a while, I was doing a lot of different things. So I started out making music when I was 12. My father had a PlayStation 2. This is going to sound hilarious, but there was a PlayStation 2, right? There was a video game called Music Maker.
Okay.
And basically it let you just arrange music. So take like a drum beat and then you put piano loop over it, that sort of thing, and it would help you make music. So I was doing that for like 2 years, just like arranging music and exporting it out and sending it to my childhood friends, and they would rap over it. So that was the extent of that. It wasn't until about like 3 years of doing that, my dad let me use my mother's laptop to order an actual music making program. And from there on, I learned how to play the piano myself.
Self-taught. Okay.
Yeah, I would listen. So what I would do
Wait,
is
I'm sorry. So you learned how to play the piano on a computer?
No, on a
Keyboard?
On the keyboard.
Oh,
on
on the
actual
keyboard.
keys.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a keyboard musician. There's a lot of those guys out there though that know how to do that. I mean, it works for them. It's really cool.
I know how to play Lean on Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ABC, the
Yep.
Jackson ABC. I taught myself that.
It's dope. Yeah.
I don't know if it's good or not, but go ahead.
No, that's good. I mean, what I did the same thing. I would listen to the radio and listen to like popular music, and I would just go back and learn how to play it. One of the songs when I thought I was amazing, I learned how to play was "Can't Believe It" by T-Pain and Lil Wayne. That
Oh yeah.
I was like, I was doing
It's like, I made
backflips
it.
when I learned how to do that. But I was using FL Studio, which is a popular production software to make beats. And I did that for years. And then I went to college. I went to Full Sail University and
cool.
studied
Ooh,
mixing.
Florida in the house.
Yeah, it was a great time. That school is very hard, but it's really dope.
That's good.
You learn so much there. But I went there, and then I came back, and I learned how to sing again on my own, just off of YouTube.
So you rap? You learn how to rap?
No, sing.
Oh,
Write-
so that
write
was your
music.
boys. That was
Yeah, my boys
Okay.
were rapping.
Okay.
I wasn't rapping.
Okay.
But,
He was making the beats.
he was
right?
making the beats. Okay.
Yeah. I was making the beats, and then I came back from Florida, learned how to sing, and then I picked up guitar too, and now I've just been producing and mixing and doing my own music out of the house.
And singing, and playing the keys somewhat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this way plays other artists.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to sit there, like he said earlier, I don't want to sit there and be like, well, I make music, I record music, I'm a singer, I'm a writer.
This is what you're supposed to say here, though. So people know what you do.
This is too long of a list. Too long of a list.
And I could draw. How about that?
Yeah, right.
Do it all.
And
How about that?
So who are your like musical influences?
Number one is Quincy Jones because he's a mastermind.
Oh yeah, he's really good. Although I'm a little mad at him, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I know. Mastermind. He's genius. Timbaland always. Pharrell. Prince just because of everything that he did.
He's everything.
You can't like have a list without him. Just the milestones. But Michael, for his performances, were unbelievable. I think This Is It is one of the craziest like documentaries. Like everybody needs to watch that. It's one of the most amazing, inspiring documentaries out there. This dude from London, his name is Jay Paul. He's really cool.
Is he related to Sean?
Not if he's from London.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
He's like, just give me the light. Give me the light. You know.
That would be dope. It's a long list, man. Like I would say that those are the main people.
So you have any singing influences or just not? Or singers?
I don't know. Like definitely Earth, Wind, and Fire. Just because.
So you have like an old.
He's old school because you got to think about it. Like my father, I feel like is the not the brain, but like he's the motivator. He's the reason why my brother is who he is.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
So
that's all he would spin. When I was like really, really young, he would DJ in the basement and he would spin all the
old school stuff,
old disco classics like Gap Band stuff. I mean, a lot of different crazy old music that people wouldn't even know. Like I'll drop Shuggy Otis. Like I don't even know if anybody knows who that is.
I don't know who
exactly.
That dude is a mastermind. Doesn't get
and what? But what does he do?
He's a soul artist, but he plays guitar as well and he sings. Amazing. You should look him up. But
you should. Do you know an artist named Austin Brown?
Austin who?
Brown.
That sounds familiar, bro.
You need to get into him. Because he's like the same, and he likes to. I'll tell you, he's Michael Jackson's nephew. But the thing about it is he likes to connect with people who are in the same, and y'all do the same thing.
Right.
Prince was helping him play piano.
Oh, wow.
Pharrell helped him do his first album.
Wow.
Just off of GP.
That's dope.
Just because of who he was?
Yes. I mean, obviously he was talented. Yeah. So, you need to get into him and just connect with. What I do, how I got, some of the people that I will get on and know is I just connect on Instagram. This is what you need to use your Instagram and all that stuff for and connect with people. Even though, if you don't think they'll talk to you, people will talk to you.
Absolutely.
You got to use that and utilize that.
Yep.
So get into Michael Jackson. Now we talk about him.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I feel like I was like, don't bring it up. But stuff in the media, I have to bring it up.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
So there was this article by, I forgot the magazine. I should probably look that up. I'm too lazy. Pettynation.
Esquire or something like that.
So it was Inquire. Some people or one of those magazines that said that is Beyonce the new Michael Jackson as far as Black culture, something to that effect. I'm like,
I think.
What do you think as an artist?
No, I mean
just straight out.
No. So. There's a lot of things you have to think about when you say something like that. I don't know. Michael Jackson. I mean, again, he was very open about how they made music. I feel like with Beyonce, it's different. You don't really know how she makes music. We all know that Michael's in the studio beatboxing, doing all this crazy stuff. Yeah. I have no idea how Beyonce makes a song.
You do, because you can read the credits of 30 people that wrote a song.
That's.
Ooh, okay, so.
But see,
that's what I said.
That's just for the beat.
Right.
That's not even the writing. And that's the crazy part. It was just Quincy and Michael and a bunch of other people in the room going, "Oh, this sounds dope. All right, that's a hit. Done.
Right.
We don't got to come back."
Now Sorry. Go ahead.
No, but today it's it's a 3-hour session in LA. It's another 6-hour session in New York. It's all over the place. So it's a little bit different. I don't think so though.
I agree. I think everybody knows I agree. Yeah. But it's just because people are not thinking.
Like you hate Beyonce.
And I don't hate Beyonce. I think she's a really good artist.
Not amazing, but just really good.
She's really good. You can't deny she can dance, she can sing, she can.
She's multi.
Kind of right, I guess. I don't, because she's not.
So is it the writing part of it? Is that?
It's the everything. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Michael, if he really wanted to do, I don't know people that even know that he was a literal artist. He can draw and paint.
Yep.
Like he's literally, he could literally do anything he wanted to put his mind to. So, and the legacy of his can't compare to a Beyonce, only because I don't see.
5, or
what?
Because
he what?
Because he started at 5. Like, because he started so young. Like, why is the? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't hear me.
Talking to the mic.
Talking to the mic. So, is it because she started so young? I mean, because he started so young and she didn't. It's like what part of the legacy? Like what? Because he started as Jackson 5. It just wasn't him by himself, right?
Right. That's true, but it's everything. It's every aspect. Yeah. It's the simple fact he started at 5. Okay. People that knows him, even me, probably being a male, over, because if you think about it, if Beyonce had the same drive and the same music talents and dance, would this be a question? If it was the same talent, but like the music would be different.
Right, the music
would be different because it would be a man.
Right, so like it wouldn't be like
to a woman.
I'm crazy in love. Maybe it'd be crazy in love, but like a little thugged out version. Like I don't know. And she wouldn't be with Jay-Z. Maybe she would. I don't know. I'm not judging.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
You know what? I mean, I guess I don't understand. I mean, personally, I'm not like, excuse me, I'm not like a big Beyonce fan, so I don't really care to be like, oh, well, she's this, she's that, you know. But it's like if she was a man coming up at the same time that Michael Jackson was coming up, I mean, literally at the same time, like who do you think? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think she would, unfortunately.
That's true. That's a thought.
Makes sense.
But they also came up at 2 different times, is what I'm saying. Like, because I feel like when Beyonce came out, wasn't she like the 90s? Like, it wasn't like
it was Destiny's
the 70s.
It was she was, and I saw this. I don't know if I was watching like some MTV show because they was trying to. They even tasked this random, but asked Toni Braxton, "What about younger artists like Beyonce?" And she was like, Beyonce's a 90s girl. I think people forget that. She came out in the 90s. Yeah, but she was 15 though at the same time.
Right.
So, and at the time Beyonce was still in her 20s. So I seen that thing. Yeah. So I was like, that's true. Like, so I don't think it's a time thing because all of Michael's music is timeless, and it affected men. I'm thinking about men and women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can say like single ladies. Like men would say it, but like you're not gonna be like with your boys, all the single ladies.
True.
Right. You know what I mean? But Michael, you could be like, beat it. You know what I mean? Everybody. And I don't see men crying over
unfair.
Beyonce.
That's very true. I mean,
the only one you see, you know, they.
Okay.
Can I say?
I would refrain from it.
Okay, no.
I would refrain.
Well, honestly, I only see gay dudes singing, crying over Beyonce, like, yes, girl. Like that's the only one I see.
But not
like a, you know, gonna see a hardcore straight dude, like all the single ladies, like Millie rocking, like you're not gonna see that.
True.
Because she don't make music. Because she's a woman.
She caters to who she caters to.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that she's not great. It's just that effect with little kids as well. I haven't seen that.
That's true too.
Like, you know what I mean? And I don't think it's ever.
So is it making music for a certain genre? Is that what it is? Because Michael makes music for everybody.
The timeless thing.
It's timeless, but also it's a male thing.
Yeah.
Chauvinistic sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's added.
Because it sounds like there's certain things females can't talk about or sing about or rap about or whatever, but a male can do those things and he get all the love and the praise but it's not.
And Michael said that himself.
Oh, he did?
He said that about Madonna. Yeah. Because they went on this date. Listen, I'm sorry, guys. All this information.
You was there?
No, yeah.
No. He wrote it's on YouTube. So like, you know, I told you I'm obsessed with
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So like, I know I had all the tapes and all the stuff. So like, he said like on this like secret recorded thing like he think Madonna was jealous of him because she couldn't get the same adulation as him. It's like all the crying, men and women.
That's true.
The effect. I mean, she was big in her own right, but at the same time, people say, "Oh, Madonna's bigger than this person, that person," but not in my culture. She's not.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Very true.
Because I don't want to make a black and white thing, but it's true. That's also the other thing about it is Michael did black, white, male, female. It didn't matter. So all these people. Here's the thing: we're in this cancel culture.
Oh yeah, we cancel everybody.
Now, if you need to be canceled, I'm turning the button. Okay, now I'm not gonna get on the deets because we already know about the whole case and blah blah blah. Right. But I'm gonna tell you like this though. People that can hear me, you can't see all the faces and gestures I'm making. I'm making a lot of those. With R. Kelly, I'm not gonna go to deets. There were so many there was so much evidence.
Yeah.
There was so much evidence because it was over. Because and also people want to know. Tell people that I work with kids and I had to study psychology, child psychology, all that stuff for like 10 years. So, and I've seen a lot of cases where that kind of stuff happened. So it's a pathology with people who are victims and people who do the victiming.
Right. Yep.
Case in point, R. Kelly. Same thing, same person, same kind of pathology between women that didn't know each other over the years, and it happened. It was this person. Now, how come? I'm making another face. People can just hear me. How come over these FBI investigation, 2 cases, right? Now, my G Michael, he didn't put himself in the best position. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not blind. I'm not stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but all these years, there's not one solid case person that came out and said this happened, and I believed them.
Yep.
Not one. This is over a 25-year span, and there has been not one solid evidence. Because here's the thing about people who do that: they have a pathology, and they don't care who you are. They don't care if you're your cousin or anything like that.
Right.
They don't care. So, if that has happened, that's why I want the whole point of bringing this up for the cancel culture, because they want to say like, oh, he did this, and people in their mind,
because
instead of looking at through the law, through the law,
they'll make
and using their common sense. And I get it, he's different. You have to think about this is a different being. I'm not even calling him human. He's a different being. He's a different thought process. A different, like, he might have people that's real or whatever, but it's like I say like kind of isolate himself as well. So it's like we have a thought process, and you're not around real people. You don't want to listen to people when you're just doing your own thing. Right. That it's like you're in your own zone, and you think this is okay, and you don't understand why it's not okay. Right. You understand why they think that way, but they're just evil. They're just like, no. See, what you don't need to do, Mike. I'm making more faces. What you need to not do this, because it's gonna get escalate. And for him, he was saying through God, because he was Jehovah's Witness and like do all that kind of stuff in church. So like he said,
more things people hated. He threw in more things people love to hate on. So.
Yeah, so it's like I don't think people know how to process it. No, that's why I feel like they want to cancel him, because they feel like he done it, and I
think it's only a cancel culture because social media is so popping right now. Because back when the alleged situations occurred, I don't think there was this much uproar about it. You know what I'm saying? But now, because everything's on the internet, everything can be reviewed. Everything that too. But it's just like, what's the difference?
Well, it's everywhere. Before, it is everywhere. Like when the case was out back then, you saw it on the news for an hour, and that was it.
Or on the newspaper one day.
Well, I remember I'm gonna correct it, because, well, I said like the first out, like 90. You weren't born. Yeah. 93. So. Forget you, but like the 2005 case, they had like I shouldn't say. Oops, I don't know if I should mention them, but like they had like a reenactment of the transcripts. Yes. What? So that a Michael Jackson lookalike, the whole courtroom. It was like, because there was like
but that's also someone that's trying to make money and benefit off of something else. Like that's a source.
They all thought in their mind that he did it, and this is gonna be it.
They wanted views because they knew people was gonna watch it.
Obviously, Court TV, the same thing. All those kind of TV shows, they all did it.
Wow.
They all reading scripts because they were like, oh, he did it. This is it. Like, and I was a little shook too. I was like,
they was trying to book him.
Yo, I was like thinking like during it, because it was like almost a year, and I was like, did he? It had me shaky, because I was like, because I didn't have all the details. I didn't know.
Man, that's crazy.
So I think that's why they had the cancel culture. Why they want Beyonce, and they say even what's his name, The Weeknd.
What he
The
do?
Weeknd.
What about The Weeknd?
What exactly? They said is The Weeknd the new Michael Jackson.
Oh, no.
This was like a couple of years ago.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd is The Weeknd. You stay on the weekend. Don't come back Monday, Tuesday. Don't come during the week.
He's Saturday, Sunday. That's
you stay with a little thing. I'm making his hair, his first hair, his hair suggestion on my top of my head. People can't see. So Davis, because they were like so desperate to get him canceled because he's the biggest art. Think about it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it.
The biggest.
I'm gonna say it. A black man was the biggest artist of all time. Period. Period. That's over.
Period.
People like I had a conversation like, what about Elvis? What about these people? I'm like, bro, Elvis. Ask my little sister
from other people. So.
I'm like, cool. I say, all right, we're gonna cancel this right now. Ask my little sister one Elvis song.
Ooh.
She's a 19. She's 19. She's not gonna know.
I couldn't even name you an Elvis.
Like it's not even not hating on Elvis. It's just that it was so. It's not.
That's not.
It
us.
doesn't transition.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing about I know about Elvis is that he sing a lot of soul and gospel music in his thing. But like
you say he stole or he's
that too.
okay.
Glory. It's Sunday. Hello. But like that's what he used. It's the culture. But the same thing with Justin Timberlake.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's
like Bieber.
Bieber too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's not a problem with it.
Right.
But we're just not gonna say that these people are greater than this person who is from that culture and has done it to the point that nobody else has done it.
Everybody's
like even Janet could do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she sold 180 million albums, but then he only sold 100 and albums off a Thriller. So I mean that's cancer right there. So you know what I mean? So it's like
that's crazy.
You gotta really think about what that's. I just get frustrated with that.
Very passionate about it.
But
yeah, because you have to understand because people are what artists is to like you to understand as a person of color that affects you as well.
Yeah,
it affects you as well.
Absolutely,
that's how deep it goes. It will affect you as well. Your money, how people perceive you, how people want to take your. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to pay attention to people who are not in the industry. Like specifically, I guess it doesn't affect them, but it's just like it's a culture. You don't understand. They came in 1968 during. Like that's during all the marches and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like he opened up with his brothers, opened up a new way of like black kids really doing it and being crossover.
Yep.
People don't think about how deep it is. They think, oh, he's weird, he's this, he's that. Nah. Yes, all that stuff, but it's just like.
But yeah,
you got to think about as a person of color. You got to think about. I feel like you have to really think about what he has done and why it's important to keep him lifted.
Right.
Glory.
And to keep it to yourself. So we was talking about this actually on our drive down here because I was just talking to my brother about just how, because I'm like, okay, can we play the music on the air? He's like, yeah, I won't get trouble. I own all of my music. And I'm like, well, what do you mean you own all of your music? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So can you explain a little bit more about like you being so young, being able to own your own masters or own whatever? I just learned that on TV. I heard that on TV.
Yeah, own your masters.
You be watching BT.
Exactly. Yeah. I be trying, loving hip hop. I be trying. But can you just explain a little bit about that? Like how you were so young and you're able to do that, and just a little bit about.
Yeah. I learned how to do it. So a couple years ago, I was doing just vocals for electronic music producers, right? Mm-hmm. So people who made EDM, the very loud and crazy pop music. And basically what would happen is I would write the song and I'd send it over to them, and then they'd get 70% of the record and I get 30% of the record.
Even though you wrote it.
I wrote, like you can look on YouTube, like these records got millions. I wrote the song. But and they would be living off of it to the point where all they're living off of is their Spotify checks. And I was like, yo, I want to do that. So I literally asked them, I was like, how did you upload this? How did you get a distributor? How did you do all these things? And they just told me, and I was like, oh, word. All right, so I could do this myself.
Oh, so literally just talking to people like, okay, so how do you get this done? How do you get this done? And then
someone always, like, it's all about just not being afraid to ask people, because you never really know.
Very true. The worst they can say is no, but I mean, at least you asked.
Yeah, I know I asked them. So, and it's a little bit different, too, when you're an independent artist. Like, if you're not signed to a label, you have a lot more freedom. I'm not going to say that signing to a label is a bad idea. There's still plenty of people who do that, and that's still a fantastic route if you want to go that way. But the way I'm working right now, it makes more sense for me to release it independently and own all my stuff, so that down the line, whatever happens, all that money still comes back to me.
Regardless.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are doing that now. Yeah. In general, to make their money.
Right.
Listen, I know if I say something, everybody has to pay. Everybody. If I'm writing something, everybody got to pay. If I have a little catchphrase and you want to use it in your song, you're going to have to pay me, okay?
Yeah, I think it's good that you know that and like can share that with people that may be watching that
young.
need to know.
all you really have to do is ask questions, really, is what I get out of it. Because it's like a lot of people are afraid to ask other people in the industry or whatever the case is just for advice. And I mean, how do you...
From our view, it's like there are these imaginary people that we can never hit up. We don't know how to find them. Yeah. We don't know how to do any of this stuff. When most of them will literally, like, for me, I will scour the internet for emails all night long, and I will find my way to this person. And then all you gotta do is make it look professional. Like,
yes,
if you know how to send a decent email, you straight.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's how I got. I don't want to mention this again.
Oh yeah, so you don't want to jinx it.
No.
We want her to come.
No, well, she's gonna come.
Okay.
It's just I have a few people coming. It's just scheduling. But I wasn't mentioning that. I was mentioning how I got for the show, for how I got Janet Jackson to sign the book for the show.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, I was trying to tell you earlier about social media and how you can get. I talk to like other people like Josie. She used to be I don't know if you ever heard of Living Color, but
yeah, man.
Okay, well, I know you have, but like you weren't here. You know what I mean?
I wasn't here.
So
I did
like
my research.
So like she was like a popular dancer, like actor and all that kind of stuff. She's one of my acting coaches.
Oh wow.
So like, but like here's the thing, like with shoot, I have so many thoughts at one time. So I was able to get Janet because I knew her trainer, because they all like, once you're like our fandom, like I'm sorry guys, I'm on all the fan pages.
Yeah, we know. You probably run the fan pages.
No, just the Boston version. Anyway, but like once they know that you've been around, they seen you, especially like I'm young, like, so like they see me like for a little bit, so like, oh, they add you to Facebook or whatever. So I was able to use that, and I use like say, hey, like I'm having a function and we need somehow get him involved, like because he's a trainer. So I was like, maybe you could shout it out, or you could come down and blah blah blah. Right. He was like, we all boiled it down to, he did a book with Janet. He said, and I was like, oh, do you want to just sign the book, and you and her sign the book and send it to the show? Yep. And after that, I sent the book. I was like, bro, I sent it to the professor. Like, listen, we made this happen. I don't know how I made it happen, but like, because that's, you just got to ask, and you got to make sure I send it decent. Because once you start getting the big leagues, and it's like her people, and then her, because, once you start dealing with other people in the industry, they have like a small manager. I don't know what you call it. Then you have the big manager that you email. Right. And then I was dealing with all those managers. Get it? That's why reading is fundamental. You got to stay in class in English, because it's important. Mm-hmm. And talking to people on social media is important as well. I taught a class on for the Urban League Young Professionals Network. Mm-hmm. They have a conference, and one of the people asked me to teach a class on social media. I offer that, and teach you how, because I was speaking not just to her, but like other like celebrities, A-list, C-list, whatever. Right. How to utilize it without being naked and doing all that. You know what I mean?
How
like,
to push your brand without branding yourself as something you don't want to be branded as.
All the time. Right. You could just be like, hey, I'm a fan. Do you like what I do?
Exactly.
Right.
So that's all it takes sometimes.
Well, I got a story about that. My friend, well, he's my friend now, but so I put out a music video to my song Windows that's off of Chaotic Good, and I used Instagram ads, right? So there's been a lot of like stuff about Instagram ads, because like they're giving more people access to it, so the feed can get cluttered now, blah 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 blah, all that good stuff, analytical stuff. Basically, I used it anyway to promote my video, because I still believe in it. I don't believe that you can blow up off of it, but I think it'll reach the people that you need to reach. Mm-hmm. So I let it go for like a week, and I get messaged by this dude. His name is Mike, and he runs Raw Media House out in LA, which is a video production company. And he was like, hey man, I saw this like on my feed. This record is really dope. Is this you? And then I messaged him, and we're messaging back and forth. I'm like, yeah, that's me. These are the people who shot it. I credited them and everything. And he was like, dude, it's so good. Whenever you're out in LA, we're going to shoot something for you for free. So,
see,
backstory.
Listen, connections.
Raw Media House shoots, they just shot Black Youngster's video for Cut It Up, something like that. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's mad funny. It's actually a great music video.
He's hilarious. Yeah. I love him.
He did Logic's new stuff. He did 2 Chainz's new videos. And he just wants me to fly off the muscle of the music being dope, paired with the visual, paired with the Instagram ad, paired with the professional speaking, talking to him. Off the muscle of that alone, he's going to shoot a music video for me for free. Like,
That's
So
crazy.
people. That's what I like. This is why I like.
It's really crazy.
I'm glad I have this platform because people need to know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's just saying, being polite,
Yeah,
talking
being
a little
polite,
proper,
yeah.
A little
get you a, and saying thank you and
Yes,
please.
please. Good
Right. You don't
morning.
gotta
Can
talk
I?
like Bartholomew, but you gotta
Yeah,
talk.
you don't have to,
you gotta just a little bit.
Right, just basic hi.
Show them you
thank
got some home training.
Some
you know?
home training.
Exactly. That's it.
Sometimes that just works. So that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. Like, people's like, how do you get this person? Or like, oh, like you think you all, not even think you all that. Like, oh, he thinks it. Why do he keep mentioning it? I was like, you need to hear it.
Yeah.
You do.
Like, people need to hear it. Like, well, at least the industry people, I feel like, need to hear and understand that it takes just saying hi.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Just
all
being a
it
cool
takes.
person.
Absolutely.
I might post ratchet stuff on Petty Nation Instagram. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Pettynation247.
Yeah, but they are too. They're listening. They're watching petty
Exactly.
stuff.
That's what
Yeah.
they like.
Like,
I mean, it's entertainment at the end of the day. That's what
Right.
I boil down social media to be. Social media is entertainment. It's a way to get things out really quickly. But it's like that's where I go to see things that I want to laugh at. Like
Yeah.
if I want to laugh or cry, and I can go right to social media.
Yeah.
It'll give me everything I need.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just glad I have this platform. So where's your latest music that's out right now in visuals?
So Windows and Space, off of Chaotic Good, which is the EP I put out on March 15th of this year.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
It's really cool. So Space is a vertical video. I don't know if you ever heard of those, but it's like these weird videos that celebrities do. Basically, what they do is they shoot the entire music video off of their phone.
Okay.
And it's vertical, so it shows up and it fills your whole iPhone screen.
Oh, okay.
Most people have iPhones, so they do it that way.
Right.
So I shot one. I did it myself. It actually looks really dope. If you guys get a chance, you should check it out.
Definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on my page after this.
Yeah. And then Windows, I shot with a group of friends who graduated from Mass Art, and it's really dope. We shot it in a garage at like 1 a.m. in the morning. It was freezing outside. You could tell.
Artist life. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it was in the winter. There's snow on the ground. I had a T-shirt on.
Okay.
It was crazy, but it was worth it. It came out really dope too. So, yeah.
Well, that's
Okay,
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is your future? What do you want for yourself in your future?
I want my own brand. I want to be able to stand on off the muscle, just my name. Like, I want to be partnered with a label.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dope because those checks are crazy. But but I got a lot of ideas, and you can't just
Yeah. You
look.
can't
I can't
ideas
budget it my whole way through. I want to be able to be like, look, I have this idea. We need to shoot this tomorrow, or like, let's shoot this next week. So hopefully down the line it's being partnered with a label. But right now I'm just making music and making connections and just seeing what happens. Not really trying to pigeonhole myself. Just wherever it takes me. Really, that's what I'm focused on.
Where people can find you?
Best place to find me is where I'm most active is Instagram. So at Leo the Kind on Instagram. But everywhere else it's Leo the Kind. If you're on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, yeah.
Well, thank you for coming this week.
Yes,
and have
thank
a
you.
great guest.
Thank you.
Clap it up for
Yes.
ourselves.
Thank you.
We gotta clap for ourselves. Sometimes you gotta clap for yourself.
Yeah.
Pat
You know what I
yourself
mean?
on the back.
Pat yourself on your petty back.
Yeah, thank
Tashi,
you guys for having me.
Thank you for always holding it down.
No problem. No problem.
She said I was late, but I was on time.
Yep,
He
you were.
was late today.
I definitely
but,
wasn't.
You know,
But it's okay.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to
Thanks,
Petty
guys.
Nation Live 24/7.
Thank you.
Leo the Kind,
Thank you.
Tashi,
Of
me.
course, as
we are
always,
out.
we're out. See you
See y'all.
next week.
Gang, 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 gang.
Yep.